Have you ever wanted to have the superpower of reading someone's mind? In a 2012 study in Berlin, researchers scanned the brains of 12 guitarists while they were to play the same piece of music at the exact same time. The neural networks of these guitarists were in sync both during the piece and surprisingly right before it. Therefore, they were reading each other's minds right before playing the exact same piece of music. Learning to play the guitar creates all different types of benefits. I have been taking private lessons for both bass and guitar at an organization known as School of Rock for 8 years. I will be teaching how to start off playing guitar with only 4 chords. To start off, I will be discussing what everyone will be able to do after my presentation. My goal today is to teach everyone 4 easy to learn chords to make it seem like you have been playing for years, but in reality, you just learned something quick, easy, and effective. The essentials of learning how to play a guitar are just a guitar and a tuner. Obviously, the guitar is essential because without it, there would be nothing, and the tuner is essential because having an untuned guitar is the most unprofessional and unappealing factor in playing the guitar. Optional tools to help you in the future would be some sort of amplifier to project the sound of your guitar at a larger volume, a strap to keep your guitar in place when you play or practice standing up, a bag of picks to keep your fingers and calluses safe, a travel bag to take your guitar on the go, and an extra pack of guitar strings because of how frequently they break. Before I begin with the steps, I would like to address that a guitar is made of 6 strings, 1 being the thinnest string and 6 being the thickest string. As you can see on this chart, from 6 to 1, the strings are E, A, D, G, B, E. Also, frets are those boxes on the guitar, as you can see. I will be using these numbers, notes, and frets to explain the chords as easily as possible. One last thing, this is a tutorial for right-handed players, which means that we strum with our right hand and use left hand for chords. Now that I have discussed everything necessary to play the guitar, I will be talking about steps in order to do so. In a 2012 study, the most popular chord progression for pop songs of all time is the 1-5-6-4 in any major key. Songs such as Don't Stop Believing by Journey, Let It Be by the Beatles, and even Edge of Glory by Lady Gaga have this chord progression. Now, what is this, you may ask? Well, let's use the example in the key of C major. The key of C major consists of the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. With that said, the 1 chord, as it is called, of C major is C. To play a C chord, using your left hand, put your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the A or 5th string, your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D or 4th string, and put your index finger on the 1st fret of the B or 2nd string. Now with your right hand, strum only the strings 5 through 1. The 5 chord of the C major scale is G major, according to the C major scale that I have talked about earlier. To play a G chord, place your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, which is also the 6th string, your index finger on the 2nd fret of the A string or the 5th string, and your pinky finger on the 3rd fret of the E or 1st string. Strum all strings for a G chord. The 6th chord in the C major is an A minor. To play an A minor chord, place your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D or 4th string, your ring finger on the 2nd fret of the G or 3rd string, and your index finger on the 1st fret of the B or 2nd string. Strum strings 5 through 1. And last but not least, the 4 chord of a C major scale is an F. To play an F chord, place your entire index finger on the 1st fret of each string, your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the A or 5th string, your pinky finger on the 3rd fret of the D or 4th string, and your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G or 3rd string. Having discussed the big portion of playing guitar, I want to talk about what not to do. Beginners tend to not tune their guitar every time they practice. Some might think that it will never go out of tune, or they are too lazy to tune it every time. This is a very wrong misconception. You shouldn't assume these things because one major problem, your ear. If you don't tune your guitar every time you play, then you will be used to hearing an out-of-tune guitar every time you play it, which will convince your ear that what you are hearing is incorrect. Once you have been playing for a long time, you will notice that you are ear trained like myself, which means that you can pick up songs easily just by hearing them a few times. If you don't tune your guitar, every note will sound right to you because your brain has gotten used to wrong sounds for such a long time. Today I have taught how to learn how to play the guitar by demonstrating 4 chords. Now that you know how to play almost every song on the pop charts, let's see how many you can play with these 4 chords taught today.